Do 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 do. Just check in to see if I'm live. Yes, I am making noise. See my mic working. Do, 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 do. Ah, I still have the ESRB from Little Nightmares up. I'm gonna fix that. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. There it is. That doesn't need to be on there. I am live. I'm just getting things posted to the socials. We will be starting here shortly. It is just a little bit before 9:30 Central Time, so we'll get started here in just a minute or so. If you are here in the chat, go ahead and give me a shout out, and I will say hello to your faces, or to your names anyway. All right, shifting over to G Minecraft. The Minecraft. Hello, hello. Shout. What is up, Grid? How was your day? Put it on. Yes, I actually love that song. It came on an 80s playlist I was listening to the other day. Oh, I just realized how dark the colors look on from Minecraft. Like that is very, very dark. Like it's very like blue shifted too. Weird. I wonder if that is just the compression from my. Huh, that is so weird. You thought it was you? Oh. I've never noticed it before. Is it always like that? The power tastes so good. Ah, I love that you can hear my phone every time. Does it always look that dark? That is weird. Let me see if I can fix it for you guys. Video settings. No, that's not doing it. No, it's not. Hmm. Um, color filter? Are you on? Okay, that's black and white. Let's go with warm. No, that's very red tinted. A row. Yeah, let's keep it that way. That actually looks good. It's still a little dark and kind of wonky. Maybe it's, oh, it's the chroma. It's the chroma. How's that? Oh, much better. Much better. Let's change the color filter again. Let's go to default. What do you look like? Ah, that's way better. So I figured out at least why the the video will cut in and out. Yeah, Dan Chroma. It was the chroma. So I can chroma key out, like if I had a green screen, I can chroma key out certain colors, and for some reason it wasn't like all I did was just click it to open it up, and it made Minecraft come in. So it must have been just some weird thing in the settings that was keeping it from doing that. So yeah. Um. So my I'm kind of like I kind of want to build my base, but then I kind of don't all at the same time. Um. So I don't know. I don't know what I could do today. Uh. I do have another question. Oh, that was awful. That just popped right up in front of me. Um. So I like to do my unpopular opinions about non-controversial topics, but I also have another one. It's the would you rather's. Let's do some would you rather's. And I saw one on TikTok that I want to ask. Um, just because I know it'll bother you all day, Grid. I need your response. Would you rather have no eyelashes for a year or no eyebrows for a year? And when you answer, I'll give you my answer. No eyelashes? Is it because it's less obvious? Ah, you squished my wheat. Llamas. So, I don't know if you know this, but eyelashes keep dirt and stuff out of your eyes. Like, you would constantly be blinking, I think, because you would want to get all that out, I imagine. Like, to me, that would be worse than anything else. Yeah, llamas. Those little blue guys are called wandering traders, and they will just randomly spawn. They kind of randomly spawn around like villages and stuff. Um, and they they're just kind of annoying. And yeah, so I would rather have no eyebrows for a year. You stand by your answer because I think the agitation of not having eyelashes on my eyes would be more inconvenient than the cosmetic, uh, I guess, the cosmetic problem of not having eyebrows. Um, oh, all of my dudes over here died. I think when I was AFKing, Skeletons shot the boats and they died. I don't know, but they're not there anymore. It makes me sad. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know llamas were a favorite animal. Well, it's Monday, so they're not here to see, right? Whew. My eyebrows are pretty glorious, but I can always draw these bad boys on. Um, let us let us get blocks ready. Nope, everyone is in bed. Ah, good. So um my alert for sending out that I was live on stream, I took a little video capture of me throwing eggs. Ah, okay. Um, and it might be my new thing because it was just really funny to see uh just me throwing eggs. Oh, I trapped horses. I have 4 horses. I trapped them. Piggy. Gather the eggs, gather the eggs. Run out before they get out. Oh, so sad. Breed. Must breed the chickens. Breed the chickens. There we go. I don't need more pigs. Breed up some cows. There we go. And I've got my sheepies. So I want to start building my base. Um, because I want to start having a place to store stuff. And we can move out of this little starter place. Uh, and keep and start really making some big official things. Oh goodness, I have lots of eggs. Um, I don't need all these eggs. I'm going to throw eggs. Okay. But yeah, I want to start building my base because I need to get some official stuff going. I feel like I don't have anything official. So let's go ahead and get started on some stuff here. Okay. So one of the big things I want to do is build my main area, which is going to be right there. It's going to be a sphere. And pop this bad boy up here. Oh, I'm going to need a bed. I should have brought a bed. Let's go grab a bed before I get started. That way I can sleep the nights away. Let's do another would you rather. Would you rather? Hmm. Ooh, okay. This is like not things that you could do without, but would you rather only be able to eat pizza every day or be without eating? Okay. Would you rather only eat pizza or have to give up pasta? Oh, would you rather not eat fast food for a year or not drink adult beverages for a year? Um, Either way is going to make it sound kind of bad. Uh, Fast food, I guess. Like, I don't need to have adult beverages. But like, fast food is going to do so much to your body, and man, that's actually more difficult than anything else. Oh man, that one's tough. Probably I could probably give up adult beverages for a year. I could probably do that. Would you rather only eat pizza or only eat pasta for a year for like your main meal of the day? Like either if your main meal is lunch or your main meal is dinner. But you can eat you can eat anything else on any other meal, but you could only have like pizza for dinner or only have pasta for dinner. Pasta. I think I would probably go with pasta. Just well, thing is, there's a lot of variety in pizza too. Like you don't have to eat the same kind of pizza every day. You could totally just uh, no, I don't want that. You could totally just uh, uh, change up your kind of pizza. But you can do the same thing with pasta. They're pretty pliable, not pliable. There's very varied dishes in that. But yeah, let me do something real quick here. You might see a little weirdness on the screen. Uh, oh, make it a little longer. There we go. That's better. Um, and then grab a sphere. Now, how big of a sphere do we want here? Nope. Hmm. Um, but yeah. All right, let's do yeah, go back. Um, let's do a 50. Duty. Bring it all the way down. There we go. All right. The let's do a unpopular opinion about a non-controversial topic. I will start. My unpopular opinion about a non-controversial topic would probably be I I think this is hard to like pull an opinion from nowhere. Like it's tough. You almost have to be asked about something. Um oh, okay. I think Comic-Cons, like Comic-Con, CryptoCon, all those different kinds of cons, I think they have now just become they are the same thing to people in that uh, um, space as what festival people are with festivals. Yes, that is my opinion. I feel like it's such a it's become now almost a sensationalized version of what it used to be. Not saying that it's better or worse. It's just different now. than what its inception was. The Orville's better than any. Yeah, I would like I haven't even seen it, and I would probably even guess that. Um, what's funny is that Seth MacFarlane is now really known as a producer and creator of his shows, but like he studied animation. Like he started out being an animator. Like he has made early animations of like the things that became Family Guy, kind of like the little snippets of little shorts that he's made that's become that. And so it's always interesting to see him as an actor or an entertainer or uh, a producer or screenwriter or things like that, or voice actor even, because he's like trained in animation. Um, so I always find that so weird. I mean, he's a very talented individual. Like I don't want to take anything away from him because he's clearly doing something right. Um, in terms of having an audience and keeping it and things like that. So it's definitely something that is uh probably a different career path than he thought he would be on. What is another unpopular opinion about a non-controversial topic? Okay, this isn't like this is an opinion. It's more of like a question. Um, but why is like stereotypical like manliness now like, or and not even now. I'm sure it's existed like in all times, but like the kind of stereotypical male thing to do is to talk about how much spice in a food you can handle, or how hot something can be. Um, like when did we start equating the stereotypical male thing to like food? Like what? When did that happen? I always wonder. Like why is that a thing? Like why is that something that we have to like evaluate on the made up scale of manliness? Like I like spice, but like we all have our limits. And some of it's like a cultural thing. So maybe it's like a white male thing, like because typically there's always the jokes about, white people and not seasoning their food and things like that. And so now, and I keep saying now, I'm sure it's existed um for a long time, but it seems like, yeah, or how much you can eat, yeah. And I've always found that so strange. Like there's so many things that we take as just, oh, that's just how it is, and I always sit there and wonder, I'm like, how did it get that way? Like when as a collective group of people did we get to this point where this is how we applied that kind of logic or reasoning to something? um Going back to, it may be a cultural thing, and I'm sure in a lot of cultures, how spicy something is isn't really a factor anymore because that spice palette's always there. They always have it, so they don't need to make it a competition or things like that. I don't really, engorging ourselves on food feels like an American thing, but I don't think food eating contests started here. They may have. I may be completely wrong on that. Um, but I always find I always find where things like originate, in pop culture, or not even in pop culture, just in culture in general. Like, how did that come about? Like, what is its inception? How did we get here? like, how are anthropologists and archaeologists of the future going to look back at modern society? You know, they could be like, well, we think in the year 2020 there was a great awfulness that happened in a pandemic, scorched the planet, and people were very dumb. Like, man, I'm almost like I'm already almost embarrassed at that fact that we've kind of already gotten there. We've already kind of reflected back on that. Like, we've gotten to that point now where we kind of already start assuming certain things about what the future holds for us and stuff. So it's just strange to me. I need more of these blocks. Let's put them in here. I need more buckets. I need more buckets. Where's the buckets? Let's make some buckets and let's go to the nether so I can get some lava for smelting. Like to smelt things. Let's see, how many spots is this? That's 4, 7, 14, plus 7 again, it's 21. So 24 spots, so that's 22. So 22, 23, 24. Okay. Let's put you here. All right, let's go get lava. I don't know, it made me think of this. So the pronunciation of words, like, we kind of tease a mutual friend about how they pronounce words because they may have only read them and never heard them. But like, there's so many things that are like that. I hear people pronounce the word meme as mimi or memes, and I'm just like, how? It's almost like, how do you know what memes are and not know how to say memes? Like, that to me is a wild part. Um, like, knowing what it is in, like, knowing about it enough in pop culture to reference memes without knowing that the word is meme. That baffles me. Hmm. Did I make signs for myself? I bet I made signs for myself. Nope, don't want to go here. Um, ha ha ha. Past me is so smart. Present me is not. So at the center, I it's a struggle, but I am trying to remind the gentleman that a person's sexuality or masculinity is not defined by, certain stereotypes. Because I'm a fairly open person, and they will constantly ask me if I'm gay all the time. It is it's one of those where, and they always ask it when I'm trying to get them to do something, and I maybe like over emote, and like I use very broad, sweeping hand gestures and things like that, and they always back it up well, like, not that there's anything wrong with it, but you just need to own it. And I'm like, no, like I don't know what there is to own. Um, do they pronounce it Darth Vader? Please tell me they said Darth Vader, because I want that. I need that as like a shirt. But they constantly question it, and I always kind of just say, well, and I'm sure I'm not doing this in the most sensitive way, but I usually just dismiss it. Just say, it doesn't really matter. Like, I don't know how my sexuality or femininity or masculinity ever comes into play in what I'm asking you guys to do. Or like in what we're doing to begin with, or even talking about. Uh, it's such an odd question to ask somebody. Anyway, like how do you go about asking someone, as if Palpatine rhymed with Palpatine? Hmm, Palpatine, Palpatine, Palpatine. See, now the more I say it, I guess. Oh, what if he had an S at the end of his name? Palpatines, like a kind of like a kind of utensil. Palpatines, like the tines of a fork. Palpatines. Like I don't. It's yes, it's a mispronunciation of the word, but it's not that like it's not that ridiculous. Like I kind of like it. Palpatine, Palpatine. I'm just gonna. I think I'm gonna say it. That's how I'm choosing to say it. Language evolves. Yeah, and it's always just out of nowhere. Like, and I guess for them, it's not out of nowhere. They're trying to. And honestly, it comes down to the fact that they are very. They always ask very open and honest questions, which is nice because that means that they're. I guess to me, I guess I'm viewing it as someone who is interested in seeing them be vulnerable, maybe, and that could be like just the positive I'm looking for is that they're kind of they're in this place 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 356, 365 days a year. Some of these kids have been in there for years, or a year or longer, and they have years to go. So everything about them is in a file or right there. And so I maybe they're trying to level the playing field, when it comes to how they are being viewed. Like I don't want to give an excuse to them being insensitive, but I think it's maybe like a reflex, and that may be me just trying to make excuses for it too, um, which is probably its own thing on a you know, but oh, like I would hate to make excuses for it, but I am just trying to find a reason for it and maybe understand why they ask such cutting questions as that can be. Um, like again, wrong. There's nothing inherently wrong with them asking. Um, Now, if someone wasn't out and you ask them, that in itself is a problem, and you don't always have to be out, I guess, for everybody. Like, and again, like since I'm not really in within that community, I can't really speak for them, and it's so weird. I just I don't know. I want to understand their why they're asking such a question without dismissing their feelings about it, because you can't if they have a problem with that community, you can't change their mind if you don't understand their feeling behind it. So I want to understand how they feel about it. That way I can be a guide of sorts to that. Yeah, I'm afraid of. I can see that. And maybe that could be the lesson is that it is rude to just come up and ask somebody, especially someone that you only know on a somewhat professional level like this. You know, where I am the adult in the classroom. I am their teacher, and to ask me that kind of a question could be seen as very rude. Um, but again, I don't want to dismiss their feelings about it because they may not, I guess maybe I should take it as a way to educate them on something. Um, and it's really tough with that kind of stuff because the resistance to learning new information is really really tough with them. They are, and I'm speaking very broadly. They are very resistant to learning more about the world. They kind of feel like they have it figured out. And I kind of had to let them know. I was like, obviously you don't. Because if you did, we wouldn't be in this situation in the first place. Which is a very, very deep cut for them. Um, because that's bringing up things that they're trying to work past. But it is part of that truth. They don't know everything, and that's okay. Like again, like maybe maybe them asking that question is their way of equalizing the vulnerability, um, because they're pretty vulnerable in this center, whether they understand that or not. But um, yeah, this it is a very personal journey, and maybe talking to them about that because like I don't know, like, and I don't necessarily need to know if those how those kids feel about um a particular group of people. I would hope that they're very accepting and open minded. I certainly can't be that for them, or be open minded for them. I can be open minded for me. It you know help them understand that the world is just the world is more than just straight people. There's a lot of different kinds of people in the world, and it's our job to kind of navigate that. But it's very interesting because they always come after it, and I don't know half the time. I don't know. It's an interesting conversation to have sometimes. Because some of the guys aren't like that, and it's really about half probably kind of are that brazen with their questions, and inquiring about very personal information. Um, but hopefully it'll just be a learning lesson for them. And the worst part about having chickens is hearing chickens because they cluck all the time. You never get a reprieve from the clucking. Ooh, let's take these and these because we need to get another set going. Um, I don't know why I did it that way. Should just stacked them up. Oh well, things happen. I don't feel like changing it now, and this is all temporary anyway. So with these, you have to smelt them twice, unfortunately, to get the smooth stone. I wanted to order food, but I was told no. Me and Ellie went and got Taco Bell lunch today, which was delicious. But I made meatballs for the girls, and we had meatballs, and I didn't want meatballs, but I had to have meatballs. Uh, Wing sounds good. It does. Sounds delicious. Me was at kindergarten. I was at home with Elle. Um, we hung out today. She got some computer time, which she had a blast with. Um, and yeah, we watched a movie, watched some shows, just kind of hung out. We went to Entertain Mart. I held back my urge to buy things, but I did get her a book. I didn't want to just like go in there and her just get a toy, so we bought a book, um, which she was very happy to get. It's it's called like What It Takes to Be a Superhero or something, and it's all about female superheroes from the MCU. So it's got Captain Marvel, Shuri, Scarlet Witch, Pepper Potts, uh, Black Widow. It's got all the major female players like the Wasp and stuff, from the MCU, and it's a book about on Ellie's level, so she can read it. Which she is just a reading fiend lately, which is super awesome. But I posted on Facebook and I posted in our group earlier that like that is the tough thing about a kid who is becoming a good reader is that they can read all like the things that little kids aren't really supposed to read in like movies. Like a lot of adult jokes and like innuendos are in signs or banners or posters. She can read it and then she asks questions like, "What's that?" And I was like, well, okay, I guess we can have this conversation today." It just cracks me up. But we're pretty open with her when she asks us questions. We tell her um, pretty much everything. So, oh no, I didn't tell you. So, Grid, a follow up to our "Where do babies come from?" question. Sh I always say, I've been saying, and she hasn't caught on or hasn't really noticed, or I haven't really noticed. I say, the baby comes out of the mom. The baby comes out of the mom. And so she asked, where does the baby come out from? She's like, where on the mom does she come out from? Sarah and I just looked at each other like, well, I guess it's that time. So I told her to ease her into that. I talked a little bit about C-sections, that some babies have to be removed from the mom through her belly. And and she's like, really? And I was like, yeah, it's like a surgery and everything's fine and it's really safe. It's just the mommy's very sore after and that kind of stuff, and that the mommy has to heal. And so she was like, okay. And then and I said, and she goes, well, what's the other way? Because I said, well, one way. And so I told her, uh, in the terms that she knows, and the look on her face was just like she was just told a secret, and I was cracking up. Oh man, it was so funny because she's like, "Oh, this is more than I bargained for." That's what I imagined. It's like running through her mind was like, "Oh, that I didn't expect." Okay. So I had to tell her, it's like not everybody your age knows this kind of stuff, you know. Um, and some of your friends may not know exactly. They may know exactly what you're talking about. Their mommies and daddies may have had that conversation with them already. So you just have to be very careful on who you talk to about this kind of stuff. Um, but it's fine. You're not in trouble for saying any of this, but she was just like, "Oh gosh," I was cracking up because I was a kid who just grew up finding out, not asking. So having having her kind of understand, oh, it cracked me up so much. Let's go do more building over here. Oh, I am very tired today. I didn't do anything today, and I'm very tired. Ooh, Grid, I have a question for you. Doing nothing is exhausting. I agree. Um, when do you think we will start Scion? Because I would like to start Scion. That's that's not that. That's not how you do that. Um. Oh, I made that 4. That's supposed to be 3. Yeah, that's it. That's it right there. That's the ticket. I would like to start Scion. I have about half of my character's backstory written. Well, it's more of an outline, just because I'm waiting on story specifics before I finish. Me too. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Um, I mean, like if he doesn't, if he's not up for running it, then I guess that's um, up to him. But I'd just like to know. Oh, that's wrong. What did I do there? Oh, that's so wrong. What did I do? Uh, okay, there it is. Oh, yeah. I've kind of an outline. I have like major things that I want to expand on a couple of areas, but making sure I have the setting and some story points um from the GM on it, I think would be good to have. But I've also started on my Star Wars character. I have uh some basic things written down. Same. I do too. I do too. Like, even if it was like, hey, I haven't really started writing yet, blah, 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 even if it was something like that, just keep us updated. We can help. If you're stuck, if you don't have time, maybe we could do something different in the meantime. Stuff like that. Let us help you. Work with you. But I've got some very basic things about my Star Wars character. that I'm super pumped about. Super pumped. Um, I've read so much Wookiee stuff. Like I went through a couple of different. I don't know how exact they are, but some different like sites about how to come up with a Wookiee name, and so I've kind of come up with a Wookiee name. I'm so excited. Ooh, and I even picked which type of Wookiee I'm going to be. So pumped. Because there are two sub species of the Wook. That doesn't look right. Why does not look right? It's gonna be two, two, then two, and then one. Right? Oh, yes. Yeah, there's a Ryuk, Ryuk, Ryuuk, which is like what Chewbacca is. They're the more like brownish. And then there's silverbacks, which can have like some silver in their fur or hair. It's fur. Um, yeah, yeah. I didn't either until I looked it up. Like it says, like on all of the wikis, I'll talk about it. It's not specifically highlighted in the books. There's no real difference besides aesthetic difference in what you could do with story with it. But yeah, it's like pretty much the only difference is an aesthetic difference in like colors of their hair. So I'm a silverback. I'm going to be an all white silverback is what I've decided to. Um, like not all white in like an albinism kind of thing, but more just all white as just kind of like you know how they're kind of they're kind of modeled after kind of like bears, um, like the polar bear equivalent, but not in the cold, just all white fur. You know, do something a little different. Two, one. I'm currently running questions in the show. Writing a quest line. Ah, okay. So fun fact: Kashyyyk has, or yeah, Kashyyyk has three Ys. I kept writing it with two, and then when I go back and look at it, it would look weird. And I was like, oh, it's because there's three Ys for some reason. I feel like George Lucas was like, let me just pump out as many consonants and vowels as I can in this in this species. Space Australia. Oh, like the Wookiees' homeworld is Space Australia? Okay, that don't give me ideas. But I have been really digging the stuff I've been reading about Wookiees. That and I just get to go the whole game. I'm so excited. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. You're gonna be very tired of that sound by like session one. Like halfway through, you're gonna be like, all right, Josh, just speak English. We'll just pretend. Uh, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Boom, boom. So many torches. 2, 3. Thank you, phone, for letting me know. Um, but yeah, I'm very excited for my Wookiee. And my name is Kothar. Kothar. Heavy on the TH. Kothar. And from some of the sites I read, it is something to the effect of. No, I lost it. It's gone forever. I had it. I had what it was for. I'll have to look it up later. I lost it. Gone forever. Let's go check on the rest of my blocks. Shadowlands of Kashyyyk. I need to go this way. This way. So, Sabrina. Sabrina. I don't want to spoil things for you, but let me just tell you, I am laughing while rolling my eyes so much in part 4. Like, and I don't know if they mean for it to be like comedic, but I am laughing hysterically. Like, there's some pretty obvious things that they're doing. Um, they do a cool thing with casting. But really, there's not a lot. Like, uh, Sarah and I are watching the show, and like, I have to like ask myself once we get like 20 minutes into each episode, I'm like, why are we watching this? Like, just laughing at how ridiculous it is. Like, can I just have the entire show be Aunt Hilda and Ambrose? Oh, casting. Oh, actors. Yeah. Some of the like um the new guest stars and stuff like that are some interesting castings that I think is pretty neat. Dude, that's me with like all of the CW shows, which is why I stopped watching them. I just couldn't anymore. It like after Damien Dark in Arrow, after the Black Flash, like couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it anymore. They probably like with Batwoman, they probably banked on Ruby Rose being with them forever. Um, Thinking that, you know, uh that the show would be good just because Ruby Rose is there. And I don't know. Stargirl looks fun. I don't know. But you ever get burnout from watching certain types of things? Like I haven't watched a scary movie in like 2 months. And I was on a huge kick where I was watching horror films like two a night. Um, so I think I'm kind of that way right now with superhero stuff. Like I'm burnt out. Like you can only watch the same MCU movie over and over again. Oh no, that's not right. Okay, so it's three, then one, then no, one. So three, three, one, and then two. So three, one, and then two. No, that can't be right. I'm currently over superheroes. Yeah, I don't know. Like, oh, superheroes were my thing, but I'm just like, meh, meh. They're fine. There's nothing bad. Like, I will go watch a superhero movie in theaters, but it's not like I'm like, oh, I have to go kind of thing anymore. I'm just kind of over it. And it could be the fact that I'm getting older, and so that kind of stuff doesn't really hit the same things for me. Like, I would much rather go see um, a kids movie in theaters with my kids. Like, give me that any day. There's Frozen 3 announced next summer. Take me to it. I'm golden. Like, let it go part 3. I'll take my kids to that and we will have a blast. Except MHA because I'm currently on True Speed. Yeah. I'm so excited for that. Like, I think anime is gonna be where my next big um uh kind of watching binge hits. Is there's some anime that I really, really, really want to jump in, and so I just I just need to get over it and do it. There's some I need to finish. Like I need to get caught up on Black Clover. Because as much of a cut and paste, cut copy or copy paste as it is to Naruto, um, and it is such a copy paste from Naruto. Like replace ninja stuff with magic, and it's the same show, same damn thing. Um, like all the whole working harder to overcome shtick with the main characters, it's the same. Um, but I do enjoy the show. That has some interesting characters. It's another one of those shows where the a lot of times the side characters are way more interesting than the main character. Like there's times where Naruto feels that way. There's times where even My Hero. My hero. Some of the other like classmates are way more interesting than Deku. Um, Not that is anything uninteresting about him. It's just like there's other characters who like I'd watch a whole show wrapped around this character. Like, give me a whole show about Froppy. I dare you. I would watch all of it. Uh, Here's Rising. Yeah. So the ending. Ooh, spoilers alert. But the ending. Okay. Supposedly, and this is what I read online, that is the what the creator originally planned for the manga. He has since, changed his mind, but that was his original plan was for Deku to pass it on. But it's really cool. And um that iteration of You Say Run, ugh, more about the Ida family. Yeah, Ida, yeah. Like someone asked on on TikTok the other day, like, is it are there actual engines inside of Ida's legs that make him go faster? Or is the propulsion from the exhaust on his calves that actually make him go faster? And the bad guy was a Power Ranger? Like he was voiced by a Power Ranger? And in Bleach, I guess. Oh, well, that's cool. Oh, okay. That's cool. I didn't know that. Um, but my question about Ida is there an actual engine in each calf that makes him faster? Or is it the propulsion from the exhaust that makes him faster? Either way, I don't think the creator actually thought of it. It's just a really cool question, I think. Because it says he has engines in his legs, but like that doesn't. I mean, none of it makes any sense. But like if he had, if he has an engine in his legs, like there's so many questions I have. Like, do his legs require oil? Are they organic engines? Because like those are um, metal pieces that are coming out of his skin, and he can like rip them off too. So like there's so many questions with Ida's power that I have. I should probably read up on the manga too. But like I did that with Naruto, and I was waiting for years for the end of it to be like released in English, even. So like it was, oh my gosh. I don't know if I have the patience for that anymore. I mean, I do cuz like I do it with other things like with Dragon Ball Multiverse, for instance. Which, Vegeto's getting so mad. Are you current, Grid? Because if not, you need to be, because it's glorious. Vegeto's getting pissed. He's so mad. Here's things in the manga that made me so happy. Well, that's good. I am. I'm not current in the manga, so. And I think I have some of my. Your current. Okay, good. Then we can talk about it. I think some people still have some of my manga too. I don't know. Your current. So Vegito is so pissed. He is super pissed, and it is hilarious. Like now, I just live for gas just to go. No, stop it. Stop being mean. Like I just can't wait for it to happen every time now. I just need gas to just constantly just go up to him and be like, stop it. Stop being mean. Stop yelling at Bra. Just stop. And that should go for the fans too. To all the people who are like, but, strong girl make me feel weak. Because that's what it sounds like. If girl's strong, then how girl strong? But boy strong, we don't need to care. He must have worked hard. Ugh. The hate on Bra is ridiculous. And shows that no matter where you go, there are always misogynists in every fandom. How is that looking so far? Oh, that's gonna be so big. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be ridiculous. Oh no. If girl strong, why pretty? Yes. If girl strong, why there need to be strong men? It's like, well, I mean, there really doesn't have to be strong men there at all. But you know. Ugh. But just seeing Vegito just getting so mad that Zenbu and Gas are just ridiculously more powerful than he is in some way. It may not be in a pure brute strength way, but just in Trunks clears throat aggressively. I mean, that's kind of his sister, right? Or like, what are you talking about? I mean, that's kind of Trunks' sister. I mean, it would be his half sister, or no, it would be his full sister and half sister at the same time. I'm on level 5. Completed. Trunks is also strong and pretty. Yes, Trunks is a very strong lady. Well, you know that whole thing in GT is a callback to Dragon Ball, right? Because Goku did that. Goku and Krillin did that in Dragon Ball when they were fighting Oolong. He's his one and a half sister. Because Vegeta would be, yeah, it'd be his one and a half sister. That's so weird. With one person, he has more than one sister. It's so messed up. But the idea of, well, and even with Vegito, like it being Vegito being with Bulma, and the way they rationalized it was that Vegeta's love for Bulma was more than Goku's love for Chi Chi, which, okay, I mean, it's obvious because like Goku's like, huh, wife, I have one of those. I'm just gonna run off and train for 5 years and never talk to anybody. Like, I feel like him getting married as an important end to Dragon Ball was completely disregarded as soon as Dragon Ball Z started. Um, because the jokes about him being a bad father because Piccolo has raised his first kid, um, not well, but still raised him. Like he did throw him into the wilderness and just watch like a weirdo. The kid was 4 or 2 or whatever, which is weird anyway. So Piccolo took care of Gohan, but canonically, Piccolo's only like 4 years older than Gohan. Yeah, like, and with Piccolo's body have being dead for a year, that got shrunk because Piccolo died at the end of the Saiyan saga and was gone for a year when Gohan was training and going to Namek and fighting. Yeah, Piccolo's only like 3 years older than Gohan. But her Vegeta calling Zenbu and Gas Powers dishonest as big neck. Dude, right? Right? Well, it's so weird, and someone pointed it out in the comments that Vegeta has talked about in the past that a win is a win. Um, that it doesn't matter, how you win. A win is a win, even though he has called people, dishonorable in the past. Um, but there, like the fact that they use magic, like I could see Gohan or Goku, like his character just being like, oh, well, that's not fair, like, oh, let's have a fair fight, I could see him being more playful about it. But like Vegeta shouldn't be that like ridiculous. The Vegeta side of it shouldn't be that ridiculous. Maybe it's because now they have the memories and some of the personality of both, but Vegito is wholly his own person. So maybe it's just part of his evolution as a character when you are like the most powerful being in the universe and are essentially one big space cop, um, and are just sent around by the Kais to take care of galaxy destroying villains, and you go and you take them out. Maybe that becomes a thing. All right, time to clear up some of these piggies. Maybe that's I mean, it's the writer's interpretation of it, but I don't hate it. Give me more piggies for the slaughter. Um, but yeah, I think Bra is super cool. Like, could she use more development? Yeah, but is she as developed as some of the other ridiculous characters? Yeah. All right. Do I need to feed you? Oh, oh, get away from me. Um, but yeah, I I'm very much enjoying Dragon Ball Multiverse so far. I think it's been a blast. Uh, oh gosh, it's been so many years while reading it, but I love it. It's so good. Chicken, chicken. Um. All right. So while this is cooking, oh, that's the wrong one. Look at this cool Be Right Back screen I made. I think it's pretty sweet. I think it is awesome. So it moves, and yeah, I thought that was really cool. But thank you for watching, Grid. If you're watching this on YouTube, please make sure to like and subscribe. Also, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Mr. Retro. That's MMRRETRO. That's two M's, two R's, ETRO. You can join my Discord down on my about screen on Twitch here and stuff. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.